Thank you for stopping to watch my video. This information is very important because so few people know about this. So let's start off with three very interesting questions. Number one, do you want to leave a legacy for future generations? Number two, do you want to save taxes year after year, generations after generations? And number three, do you want to know the secret of the rich? If you said yes to all three questions, you're in the right location. The Spendthrift Trust is legal. It's an IRS Tax Code 643B. It has been in front of the U.S. Supreme Court on two separate occasions, and both times the Supreme Court has favored it. You can't get more legal than this. Now, the full name of the Spendthrift Trust is Irrevocable, Complex, Discretionary, Non-Grantor Spendthrift Trust. Let's go over all those. Irrevocable. It goes from generation to generation. 97% of the trusts sold out there are what my mom and dad had and what Susie Orman talks about on PBS television, the family trust. The only thing the family trust does is avoid going through probate and then it dissolves. This is not your mom and dad's trust. This is what the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, the Kennedys, and U.S. presidents have. Irrevocable, complex. This trust can hold money from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, decade to decade, century to century. Again, the family trust dissolves after the last person passes away and all assets are divided out. Irrevocable, complex, discretionary. This means the trustees can make the rules for all the beneficiaries. There's no contesting in court, there's no changing the will or anything else. Irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor. This makes the trust completely private. When you set up the trust, you're going to have someone who is not a beneficiary or a trustee sign up to be the grantor or the trust or the settlor. You'll need their social security number, and then they'll be the trustee for less than 5 minutes and then sign themselves away. This is not a speed bump. I can do this for you, or somebody else at the law firm can do it for you free of charge. And then the fifth element that you must have is the spendthrift. This part has been in front of the United States Supreme Court on two separate occasions, and both times it's been favored. Now, if you Google Tax Code 643B, you will find an opinion letter from September 11th, 2018 from the IRS. That's fine. It's an opinion letter. The IRS cannot change the tax code. Only Congress can, and it's not on the Congress's agenda right now. It's contract law that came from England way back when King Henry VIII started the Church of England. Yep, that famous king who chopped off his wives' heads. He went to go tax the lords and ladies of England, and they went further back to the Magna Carta from the 13th century and said, no, King Henry VIII, you can't do this. It's contract law that came to the colonies while we were still part of England. I work for the law firm that has a copyright on the Benson Financial Trust. Paul Benson was a Harvard law professor who wrote 5 separate trusts to save very specific taxes. The law firm has inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023. This is how long it's been around. I have a free class on the Great Discovery, www.sallygimmon.com, where you can get a 23-minute presentation, 3 articles from Forbes magazine, 2 pages of case law, a chart showing somebody who's filing single. There's 4 ways to file your taxes: single, head of household, married jointly, married separately, single's the most expensive way, how much they would save in all 50 states with the business trust. My goal is to teach as many U.S. business owners, entrepreneurs, franchisee owners, and 1099 income earners how to save at least 90% on their federal income taxes, and in 43 states no longer pay state income taxes with the Business Spendthrift Trust. As an example, I worked with an RV salesman in California who makes about $200,000 a year. We're saving him in a full year $42,423 per year. Per month, because that's more important, he and his family will save $3,535 every single month, not working harder, not working longer, not working more diligently, just saving California state income taxes and federal income taxes. Now, as I said, Paul Benson wrote 5 separate trusts, and I want to tell you the 4 ways it saves you. Most important, number one, taxes year after year, generation after generation. You're not tax-free, you're saving very specific taxes. Number two, it keeps your information completely private. There's a false rumor out there that your LLC, S Corp, or C Corp does that. Unfortunately, that's not true. That's statutory law or state law. What they do in Arizona versus what they do in North Carolina versus what they do in California is completely different. We highly suggest you shut down all your LLCs, S Corps, and C Corps because anybody can research that online at the Secretary of State or the Corporation Commission website. 40% of all LLCs get sued every year. With the Spendthrift Trust, if someone, the third thing that word says it, all lawsuits become frivolous and go away. Nobody can get to your assets. So if a renter's dog gets out and bites a mailman, the mailman cannot sue you. And the fourth way you can save is if you have the Benson Financial Trust, you're exempt from doing the 2024 Corporate Transparency Act paperwork from the Treasury Department. Please, if you don't get the trust, do the paperwork. The fines for not doing the paperwork are $10,000 and or 2 years in jail. So we went over the business trust. That's for U.S. business owners, franchisee owners, entrepreneurs, and 1099 income earners, where they will save at least 90% on their federal income taxes and no longer pay state income taxes in 43 states. The beneficial trust is for all investors. You will save the following 5 taxes, and it doesn't matter if you use 2 of the taxes, 3 of the taxes, or all of the taxes. You will no longer pay capital gains, short-term or long-term, on any profits. Short-term are just like federal income taxes, between 10% to 37%, and will be affecting you if you are a forex investor, a crypto investor, wholesaling, fix and flipping, auction houses, or tax liens. Long-term capital gains are a year or more and affect you if you're selling an investment property, your business, or a baseball card. There's past legislation to raise capital gains for anyone making more than $300,000 to 40%. Doesn't matter if it's short-term or long-term. It's passed in 2021, but it has not gone into effect yet. Second tax you'll save, interest income taxes. If you're a passive investor, if you're in mutual funds, if you're in a REIT, if you're doing subject to real estate, if you're doing the BRRRR strategy, I personally have notes. I also do seller financing and creative financing. Again, it's taxed just like federal income taxes, between 10% to 37%. Third tax you'll save is dividend income taxes. So if you're a stock market investor, a day trader, an options trader, a commodities trader, futures trader, or doing binary options trading, you could be saving thousands of dollars. Fourth tax you save, rental income taxes. Yes, you can take depreciation. Yes, you can do cost averaging, but remember, keeps your information private and all lawsuits become frivolous. Again, it doesn't matter if you're doing short-term like Airbnb or vacation rentals, 5 doors, 10 doors, 20 doors, multifamily, apartment investing, commercial property, or if you're doing arbitrage. And the fifth tax you'll save is royalty income taxes. So if you have talent, if you're an author, an artist, an actor, if you're in the NFT world, if you got copyrights, patents, or anything else, you'll save those taxes. That's all with the beneficial trust. The 3 other trusts that Paul Benson wrote is the senior trust for anybody over 65 and on Medicare making too much money. It affects your Part B of Medicare. The charitable trust, if you're a 501c3 company, and then the mineral trust, if you have mineral rights. The one trust I've sold that way, one of my real estate investors inherited his granddad's horse farm in Oklahoma that has 6 oil wells. I want to help as many U.S. business owners, entrepreneurs, franchisee owners, 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors save as much as they can. Please go out to my free class on the Great Discovery, www.sallygibbon.com, and set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me. Have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye. Tax breakthrough session with me. Have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.